Well, good afternoon. It's pretty close to 3 o'clock on Saturday. Still our first day. We've had a bit of drama already, to say the least. But here's what happened. Things have been going wrong in a funny way. The locker that we were wanting to drop my dough off at this morning was closed. So we got a hold of some folks and took it over to them because they wanted it. We didn't get back out here till about 2:15, 2:30. We got out to the stand about 2:30. And this stand is a homemade stand that I really don't like. I built them a long time ago because I was pretty pinched on the budget. But we're going to switch stands. We're going to put Johnny's lone wolf up and my ghost and go with that. Well, we decided we couldn't because we don't have the keys to unlock the lock because we're idiots. Which is fine, because that's what happens a lot. We're kind of idiots sometimes. Well, I didn't really have a ton of faith in this spot because we haven't sat here. We haven't been in here since August. And just didn't know. We didn't know what was going to be here. Never hunted here. Well, where we wanted to go is probably one of the best stands on the property, but the wind switched around on us and we can't hunt there. So we're here. Anyway, I'll bring you up to date. John gets his lone wolf set, gets in the stand. I'm halfway up the tree. I have the strings in my mouth that are tied onto my bow, the camera and the camera arm. 2 strings. All of a sudden hear sticks breaking. It's 2 in the afternoon, 2:30 in the afternoon. And I look over here about 50 yards. There's a buck working a scrape. I don't know where he come from, but he was there. Couldn't tell what he was. I'm hugging the tree, working my way up. I get up in the stand the rest of the way. I see he's a shooter. He's got a 3rd beam coming out. He is a crazy looking buck. I would say probably 3.5-year-old deer, non-typical. I mean, he'd probably gross 140. You know, that's the kind of buck I'm looking to take this weekend. I wouldn't be ashamed of that at all. Anyway, we didn't have the camera gear. We just decided I'm going to get my bow up here, and if he gives me a shot, I'm going to shoot him. Well, as I reach for my bowstring in my mouth, I grab a hold of it, and I dropped it. So, and needless to say, he walked through it about 15 yards at the very worst, broadside, didn't know we were here. And we had to watch him. That was a incredible buck, absolutely incredible. But it's the very first week in November. The deer are moving, it's midday. We just got set up, it's 3 o'clock, which that works, that's okay. We've got plenty of time, so we're gonna pick up the horns, we're gonna do some rattling and some calling. He kind of caught on to what we were doing and took off, but we're gonna wait, call a little bit here, and maybe he'll come back. I don't know, but that was an awesome buck. That was an encounter I'll never forget. But Meow. You on him? I'm gonna try and get another arrow in there. There we go. It's over. It's over. Can you believe that? Dude. That is what November in Iowa is all about. Man, that is fantastic. On film. Thank you, Lord. Give me some, brother. Yes. Oh, man, that's a fantastic buck. I don't know what that buck is going to score. I don't really care. I have a baby due in the upcoming week. I'm out here with my good buddy, best hunting partner, John Grant, and he's running the camera today. And I rattled him in. And his body, he's huge. I don't know how we're going to get him out of there. I can't tell you how jacked I am. I was apprehensive to come to this stand today. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I didn't know what was going to happen. We got in the stand halfway up the tree and a nice buck is making a scrape over here, non-typical, had a third beam. You know, we hung this spot. This is the funniest thing. We hung this spot in August. Not sure. We had no idea what it was going to do. No idea. We just hung it because it's a bottleneck. We got big timber back that way, and it was perfect for a southwest type wind. We got a little northwest thing going on, and it worked. Man, this is what it is on. That buck came into the antlers. I hardly got the antlers down and he was here. I couldn't believe it.
Well, here it is, guys. It is November the 3rd, 2007, and I have just killed one of my best bow bucks in several years. He's not the biggest deer in the world, but he's super special to me for a lot of reasons. First of all, I have a baby due next week sometime, and I was able to do this. My wife was feeling good enough so I could get away for the weekend, and I cannot be more happy right now than I am with this deer. This is a very cool accomplishment. We had a great hunt. I shot a doe this morning on stand. We had a nice buck come into the decoy this morning. We don't live very close. John lives 2 hours away, I live 3, so we have to put in a lot of work to get everything done. It took a weekend to hang in stands, a weekend to come down and kind of scout it out after hunting season had started. We looked for sheds, found a lot of great sheds this year. There's a lot of good deer on this property. There's probably better deer than this, but this deer is super special to me. I got to share the stand with my best hunting partner, John. I get to go home to my 9-month and some odd day pregnant wife here in a couple days. But this is very cool. This is a big accomplishment. We got it on video to boot. So I cannot say enough how happy I am with this hunt. He's probably going to score about 125. That's what kind of bone is here. His left beam is broke off, as you can see. He's been in a few fights. He's got great brow tines, good beam length on this side anyway. But I'm real happy with this deer. I'm very happy with this deer. He's probably a good 3.5-year-old, 200-pounder, maybe a little more, very heavy deer. I don't know. I'm very happy with this. We got a lot to be proud of.